Hi, so this is Tim Dial. I am going to go through here some things regarding credit. And the reason I'm going to do this is my plan is I'm probably going to post this on my YouTube channel, but additionally, I am going to include this video as a part of my virtual home buyer seminar because in the past I haven't really covered credit a whole lot, but I want to start doing a little bit more to cover credit because I get a ton of questions about credit. So I thought it would be good to have some stuff in there to help people understand credit, what impacts credit scores, and how we go about improving credit scores. One of the big mistakes people make when they are thinking about purchasing a home, even though I don't have this included as one of my five big mistakes or whatever that I do on my presentation, a big mistake people do make is by hiring a credit repair company. And what happens is with these credit repair companies, they will usually keep you paying a monthly fee for as long as they possibly can. And they keep doing the same thing over and over, month after month. They will send over, send over things on your behalf to try and get things removed from your credit. And all the creditor has to do then is to respond with details and proof that you really do owe the money, and then nothing ever happens, and then they charge you again the next month to do the exact same thing. And they keep this going for as long as possible because they're trying to make you make as many monthly payments as they can. So that's what most of the credit repair companies do. I used to use credit repair companies and I used to refer people to them, but I had such little success doing so, and I felt like it was costing the customers too much money, and so I stopped doing that. And now I attempt to help people on my own. Don't charge anything for that service, but there are a lot of things that we can do sort of together and that I can help you with to help you bring your scores up to a level that makes sense that we can get you into one of these home buyer or down payment assistance programs. So anyway, that's what I wanted to cover here really quickly. I'm going to go through some things here. I'm going to go ahead and share a screen on here as well. Let's see here. Okay, share the screen. So once we start working together, if it looks like you do need some help with credit or we need to bring your scores up a little bit, I have this pre-configured message that I send out. Sometimes I will alter it a little bit depending on the person and the situation, but this is pre-configured. This has a lot of information in it about credit, what impacts credit, and how to bring scores up. And it's something that I've learned all this stuff over many years of working in this industry. And so just to give you a couple of examples here as far as what can be done to improve scores, one of the big things that the credit bureaus look at is what's called credit utilization percentage. And so if you look at my example here, if you have $1,000 available on a credit card and you owe $900 on that card, they will say you're utilizing 90% of the credit available to you, and that looks bad and drops your scores. By the same token, if you take that same account, pay it down to $200, they'll say you're only utilizing 20% of the credit available to you. That looks much better and your scores go up. So credit utilization percentage is one of the biggest things they look at. And that's one of the things we can utilize to help you improve scores. Additionally, something else that people don't know that you can do is that if you have someone like a relative or somebody that you know who has really good credit, and so they have really good credit, and let's say they have a really good credit card, they can add you to that card as an authorized user, and you will get credit for their entire credit history on that account. So just to give you an example, I had a person a while back who got added to his father's Discover card. His father's Discover card had $11,000 available credit. He only owed a couple $100 on it, so his utilization percentage was super low, and he'd had it for like 5 years. That borrower didn't have any credit cards of his own, so he wasn't getting the benefit of having any revolving credit. His biggest factor was limited credit. His credit score was like 560. We got him added to his father's Discover card, and in less than a month, his score went up by 90 points to like the 650 range. So all of a sudden, he went from not even being able to buy a house at all with a 560 credit score to now being able to qualify for any of our down payment assistance programs. And so that's kind of another way to sort of manipulate the system a little bit, get your scores up. Just to give you another little example of that. I have a daughter who is now 24 years old. When she was 16 and in high school, I got her added as an authorized user to one of my cards. And by the time she turned 18, she had like a 680 credit score, even though she'd never had credit of her own. So, just another way to sort of manipulate the scores a little bit and get your scores up. And so, other things, I go over a lot of other things in here as far as how you can, or things you can do to improve your credit scores and things that are probably impacting your credit scores. There's also a link that I include for obtaining a secured credit card where they don't even pull your credit to obtain that secured credit card, and that can help you build credit if you don't currently have revolving credit. There's also I go into some detail on opt-out pre-screen and how that can improve your scores a little bit and what that does. Now, eventually, this won't be needed because they're in the process of passing legislation to make this obsolete. But right now, it still does. I think for the next 6 months before that law goes into effect. So right now, it does still have an impact, and I get into that a little bit as well. This can help your credit score by 10 to 15 points. But once we start working together and go through some of this on our appointment, we'll get into a little bit more detail on a lot of these things, and we'll get into your specific situation just to make sure that we bring your scores up as much as possible. We're looking for at least a 600 for a certain couple of programs, but really we want you to be 620 or better for most of the programs, and that's our goal, to be 620 or better. If you do get above 640, that opens up a couple other options for us, but we have to get you to at least 620 for most of the programs, and that's kind of our goal as we get started here. So anyway, that's pretty much it. That's what I wanted to cover on this short video, and I'm going to include this in my presentation so that I don't have to go through it every time. And that's pretty much it. I look forward to working with you. Thanks.